Hey everybody, I'm Vance Dykes, and I'm the ventriloquist here on YouTube who has the George W. Bush puppet, as well as the John the Baptist puppet and the King David puppet. I also use the John the Baptist puppet and King David puppet to make evangelical videos here on YouTube. I like to call it ventrilo evangelism, which I believe would make me a ventrilo evangelist. Anyway, that's completely irrelevant to what I'm making this video for. I'm making this video to talk about a very controversial issue in this country right now, and that's gun control in America. And I would like to express my beliefs on why I think more gun control laws are complete nonsense. Right. These politicians, especially Dianne Feinstein, they want to create more gun laws in this country. I personally believe we already have enough. If you want to prevent certain incidents, like the one that took place at the elementary school in Connecticut, if you want to prevent incidents like that from happening, here's what you should do. Enforce the laws that are already on the books. And here are the laws. The Federal Gun Control Act of 1968. This was a response to the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy, brother of President John F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. Basically, it bans mail order sales of handguns. It also requires that manufacturers are to place serial numbers on all firearms that they make. Gun dealers are to record all sales, and the dealers who sell the guns are supposed to be licensed to sell guns by the ATF, which is the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Another is the Brady Act, which was passed in 1993. This requires a 7-day waiting period for the purchase of a handgun. Now here's an interesting historical fact. This act was named after James S. Brady, the former press secretary to the late President Ronald Reagan. He was wounded, as was President Reagan, by Henry Winkler in 1981. And there's the Crime Control Act of 1994, and this law bans the manufacture and sales of assault weapons, which includes automatics, semi-automatics, machine guns. Now, I hate to say this, I really do, but I feel like it has to be said. I was watching on Monday night at 9 p.m. on January 7th, 2013, Piers Morgan Tonight, when he was interviewing Alex Jones. And first off, Mr. Jones, I salute you, I have respect for you, and I appreciate everything that you're doing. Keep up the good work, and God bless you, sir, because you are a true American in my book. Now, they were talking about gun control in the country, and Piers Morgan did mention something about civilians owning semi-automatics, and I have to agree with Piers Morgan in what he said. The only people that I believe that should have semi-automatic weapons or automatic weapons are police officers who serve on a SWAT team and military officers, Marine officers, Army officers, Navy officers, and so on and so forth. I don't really believe that civilians should have semi-automatic or automatic weapons unless if they live in a country that's run by socialist or communist. And you know, I hear a lot of rumors that America is going to become a socialist country, and it's my earnest prayer that that never ever happens, because I love the United States of America. I was born here. I was born in Pontiac, Michigan, and you know, I love it here in America. This is my home. I don't want to live anywhere else. I've lived here for so long. Now, I'd like to read for you the Second Amendment in the Bill of Rights in the U.S. Constitution. The amendment says, and I quote, "All well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." Now, for over 200 years now, we all have argued on what this amendment is saying. Now, there are some people that say that this amendment only protects the state, any state's right to form its own military unit whenever they feel it's necessary. And they get this from the line in the amendment which says, "a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state." Well, I agree with that, but what I don't agree with is that this is the only thing that this amendment protects. This is the only right that this amendment protects. Now, there are some people like myself who say that this amendment protects the individual right for a man or a woman to own a firearm to protect himself or herself from any possible danger, and also for the purpose of games, you know, hunting, not humans, deers. So, Thomas Jefferson 3rd President of the United States of America, wrote in the Virginia Constitution, and I quote, "No free man shall ever be debarred the use of arms." He also said, "Law that forbids the carrying of arms makes things worse for the assaulted and better for the assailants. An unarmed man may be attacked with greater confidence than an armed man." His successor, James Madison, 4th President of the United States, wrote in the Federalist Papers, number 46, and I quote, "The advantage of being armed which the Americans possess over the people of almost every other nation forms a barrier against enterprise of tyrannical ambitions." Now, after reading this, after saying it to you guys, I want you to think about this. Think about what these 2 former presidents have said. Think about it, and think about everything that's going on in this country right now and what's going on in the world, and compare it. Stay tuned for my next video, which is titled Unnecessary Gun Control in America Part 2. This is where I'll be talking about the Supreme Court and its history with gun control laws. All right. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Think about what I said, and God bless you all. And God bless America, land of the free and home of the brave.